Hey, were you guys seeing the intro? Because I wasn't.
Yeah, I did.
Welcome to the Edge.
There's no
Edge
audio,
Lords.
though.
Huh. But we hear each other now. Hopefully it's going. I'm sure my producer downstairs will tell me if it's fine. Yeah, here they come. All right, yeah. So I don't know what's going on. It was saying that it was refreshing. Who cares? It's been too long is why. But I am your host, Trucker Andy. Welcome to the Edge, and I'm joined from Skeptical Robot with your co-host, Luigi Greenberg. Hello, Luigi.
Hello.
And your other co-host from Once Over with Kaylee. Kaylee, hello.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Hey. Yes, it's been too long, hasn't it?
It has.
How long has it been? It was a little over a month, I guess.
You know, the last one we did was Nikocado Avocado. That was quite a story.
Yeah.
And then it was Hackamania, and we all lost our fucking minds there. So we've been running to catch up, but we're finally back, and I have been planning this for quite some time. This one goes back to Kaylee. You went to the Puzzle Factory. No, you went to a puzzle convention in San Francisco, correct?
I did. It was a recreational math and puzzle convention.
Recreational math, everybody's favorite recreation.
My favorite kind of math.
And that gave me an idea. Also, I work in marketing now, and we were trying to come up with something that would be fun and educational, and we landed on alternate reality games, which is something that is akin to something that we're all very familiar with that became very it was a boom, and then it went away, and it's had a resurgence, but you're all going to very much remember this when are you fucking serious? There it is.
Hey there, trainers. Pokemon here to guide you through everything you need to know to start your Pokemon Go adventure. Your goal is to catch all the Pokemon.
It's going to be a hell of a show if the video won't play.
We can see and hear it.
How come I can't?
Hey there, trainers. Pokemon here to guide you through everything you need to know to start your Pokemon Go adventure. Your goal is to catch all the Pokemon, collect items from the Pokestops, and then take over as many gyms as you can.
This is just blowing up. Everyone I know is talking about this.
Yeah, they're playing outside. They're going out to parks. They're playing with their families at home.
I can't hear it.
They're doing it while driving. They're doing it while kayaking. Yeah. This is huge, and here's why. Nintendo has finally figured out the formula to get video gamers off their couch, outside, and actually interacting with each other. And they've done that by transforming this from the 90s, right, the Game Boy game, into something that you carry around with you. And so
a guy from
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we just heard was the news article about how we are, moving into being able to do Pokemon Go on our phones. It's getting people out in the wild.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to see if I can switch this over to a different version. Where is it? I'm so sorry. I'm having technical difficulties.
While you're doing that, I'm going to grab all my little math puzzles are right off screen. So I'm going to grab them really quick, and maybe I can show some of them off before while you're troubleshooting a little bit. Hang on.
Hang on. I'm going to switch over to this, and I'm just going to refresh my video. But this is so bizarre. I've never seen this issue with.
Oh, Luigi's dancing. That's better than my math puzzle.
While you're doing that, I'm going to do the Thriller dance.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that is weird that we could see it and hear it, but you can't.
Yeah, I guess. All right, what do we got here, puzzle-wise? Thank God, Luigi's saving the show.
I got this one. It builds me an icosahedron tensori. I don't know how to say any of those words. I'm good at words. and math. It's great. Yay.
And so these are, when you went to the convention, people had to, part of the criteria was to, or if you wanted to participate, people made puzzles that they handed out, right?
Yes, yeah. And so everybody who was a participate in this little math convention got like a little gift bag of all of these puzzles. And I got like probably 100 different puzzles. So I've been kind of going through them and having fun with them.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. What else do we have? This one builds something also. This is shadow folds. And it looks like it builds a little box.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
It kind of looks like what am I thinking of? Like, Jesus, like sort of Lego-y. There was a specific toy, and I'm trying to think of. I can't remember. I can't think of it though.
Can you stop dancing? It's very distracting. It's not helping.
There you go.
All right. Well, yeah. So Pokemon Go is like the OG alternate reality game that came to mind when I first started looking into this. And it really, why I wanted to do this episode was because of this next, maybe the OG alternate reality game. A lot less fun, though.
Hey there trainers, Pokemon here to guide you through everything you need to know to start your Pokemon Go adventure.
Oh my God, so this is a big one. We have a solution for the 340 and it's real. Now the cipher has 63 different unique symbols throughout and they all appear in this first section. So that means we now probably have much of the key for the entire cipher, since the key seems to work pretty much fine for the first part.
I still can't hear it.
The decryption didn't
You still
look quite
can't,
right
but can
yet,
you see it?
and has some recognizable words in it.
All right. Wait.
We thought maybe, since this message seems close, that there was some mistake or error in the transcription or in the encipherment. That is, the rule we are using to read out the message doesn't quite work perfectly because of some mistake Zodiac might have made when he created the cipher. The first thing we discovered is that many spelling mistakes happen on the same line. For example, these words are misspelled. OOW should be now. ENSUGH should be enough. Slaver should be slaves. And FOV should be for. The problem letters are OSVR. They are all on the same line. To fix the spelling, you have to change those letters to NOSR. But notice that NOSR is on the same line, but is shifted one position to the left. I sent this observation to Jarl, and he discovered if you shift this entire section to the right and move the H from the end to the beginning, it fixes the spelling of many words. So now when we combined all three parts, the final message looks like this. I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, which brings up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber, because it will send me to paradise all the sooner, because I now have enough slaves to work for me, where everyone else has nothing when they reach paradise, so they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise, death.
Okay, there. So, I could talk for hours about the Zodiac ciphers.
Yeah.
And this is interesting because I remember, I think you and I had a conversation about hearing that it had been cracked, but the thing is, it's like the maybe 13th or 14th time someone has said they cracked it, so I didn't give it any kind of attention. But when you take in the context of the story of the Zodiac, and they're saying they got those words, that seems like that got it. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's much more legitimate than previous solutions.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's the version that makes the most sense. So, I thought that was really interesting that they figured out that the Zodiac Killer fucked up making his own cipher, and they had to figure out how he fucked it up to make it make sense.
And you know what's funny is other what am I trying to say? You know, other people who've said they've cracked the code. There was one particular where they fed it into a computer generated encryption system that came up with full sentences, and that if you remember specifically, the final cipher came with a note where he said the Zodiac said that if you can crack it, it will have his name in it.
Oh.
And I think that's probably the last one that I looked at where I was like, okay, nobody's going to get it. Where it says, apparently this computer cracked it where it says, my name is Richard Nixon. You gotta, you have to find it. It's really weird.
I believe it.
Yeah, and supposedly based on the codes, a computer thought that that's what it was saying.
I am not the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Not a joke, but yes, I am the Zodiac Killer.
Right. So those are maybe the two polar opposites of alternate reality games, right? You can either find Charizard at your local playground, or you can be a mass murderer. But I found another clip where that seemed to be both. Let's check out this.
It's starting over again.
Hey there, trainers. Pokemon here to guide you through everything you...
Be an easy one in paradise, death.
Investigating the deadly shooting of a college student who was playing Pokemon Go near a popular tourist attraction. 20-year-old Calvin Riley was playing the game near San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf. Police are now collecting footage from the surveillance cameras in the area. Authorities say the suspect did not take any of Riley's property or attempt to rob him. They say they have no motive for that murder.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Scavenger is a game, and playing is easy. Just go places.
Okay. Yeah, so I just thought that was funny that somebody was using Pokemon Go. You heard a lot about people like walking off the edge of cliffs or into traffic while they were playing Pokemon Go, right? Does everybody remember that?
Yeah.
Listen, it is a very serious game. I have friends who still play to this day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to. It was a fad, and then it kind of died off. Then there's a certain amount of people that didn't want to let it go. So
Yeah,
it's still
I divorced
kind of
at
around.
least one guy because of Pokemon Go, so
Yeah.
Good for you.
thank you.
And okay, so I'm just trying to like straight add this to let's see.
Hey, Bacon Bacon Bits is in the chat asking for your super tip link. Do you have it posted?
Oh, you know what? It's just supertip.gg/stay sorry, but I don't have supertip pulled up, so don't worry about it. I appreciate you supporting. Why don't you just super chat in the conventional way if you can, or just enjoy the show. It's fine. We're doing this for the love of the game tonight. Happy Memorial
puzzles.
Day. Yeah. All right. I just added this media share instead of like doing it as a layer, so I think I may have sorted this out. I found this other alternate reality company called Scavenger that was more about geocaching and going to certain locations, and you can play games and do challenges at local businesses. It's a marketing collaboration type of thing that I found very interesting. Like when I said I was trying to come up with something in my profession, it was more akin to something like this. And it's still not playing very well for me.
That does not seem to be playing well for us now either.
Game and play.
Oh, there it goes. Try it again.
Playing is easy. Just go places, do challenges, and earn points. You'll discover cooler spots.
It's stalling out on you guys?
Share where you
It's
are and
stalling
what you're up
out.
to with your friends on Facebook and Twitter, and unlock awesome real-world rewards.
You know what? So it's stalled out again?
Yeah.
Let me see if I could switch. Why don't I leave and come? I'm going to leave the room and come back. And see if I switch browsers, if this will work better for us. So you guys catch up while I...
Oh, this is
Let
a
me
fun...
dance again.
puzzle. Well, wait, this one's really cool. I don't know if I actually have the thing. Do you know what a Klein bottle is?
No.
Okay, so Klein bottles are bottles that basically are 0 volume bottles. And so when we were at this nerd math convention that I was at, there was a gentleman there who you may or may not have heard of and who also plays into our topic today. His name is Cliff Stoll. Maybe that name sounds familiar. And if not, I will tell you all about him. So he actually makes these Klein bottles out of glass. He's now a glass blower. And so he gave out like all of these like super cool like instructions about your Klein bottle and they were like really funny. They're like, your Klein bottle can be filled with almost any fluid. In fact, we ship our Klein bottles with a carefully controlled mixture of 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, along with minor traces of argon, carbon dioxide, neon, and other useful compressible fluids. Weather permitting, we often add a small amount of water vapor, but never more than 3% by weight. So Cliff Stoll is very, very famous. He actually wrote a book that, of course, now the name of it is escaping me. He was the very first person to ever discover a computer virus that wasn't a bad actor making computer viruses. So he was the first person to get a computer virus, realize that it was a computer virus, and then he was good enough at computers that he actually tracked down the people who gave him the virus, and he wrote a book about it, and it's absolutely incredible. Incredibly interesting guy.
Explain again Klein bottle. I don't think I understood what that meant.
Okay, so can we pull up a picture of one? You're better at EV Mux than I am. You might be able to pull up a picture of it. I don't have my Klein bottle near me, but basically what it is, so it's a 0 volume bottle. You can see a little picture of it right up here. And so it has a full loop, so you can't pour water into it.
Okay. All right. I gotcha.
It's a weird geometric and topological thing.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey now.
I'm not sure this is going to help, but we're going to try again. I love podcasting. What a good time.
So this person invented the Klein bottle, you said?
No, he didn't invent the Klein bottles. Klein bottles are they're very common within the math nerd realm, but he makes them out of glass, which again is kind of a marvel to do because it's 0 volume. So like how do you blow that out of glass? It's really cool.
And it has to be perfected. Like each one has to be perfect.
Yes.
Interesting.
I have no motive for that murder.
It's still stuttering, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, I am going to persevere, but we'll... Kaylee, you want to read that for us while I figure this out?
Sure. It says bacon bits for $5 Canadian. Thank you so much, and happy not Memorial Day to you, sir. Happy normal Monday. It says, but I wanted to send pictures of sharks. Sad panda. Love you guys. Have a great show. It wouldn't be all apologies without tech issues, folks. Come on, bacon bits. You shut your pie hole about sharks, especially.
There was one earlier. Did we read that one from Woody from Syracuse? It says, "Welcome back, Edge Filers."
Yay, Woody. I have a special surprise for everybody, actually. I need to send this over to Shuli, but tomorrow on TSN, I think I have located pictures of me in the ocean freaking out about sharks that are pretty hilarious. So I've been in the ocean exactly one time because of my horrible fear of sharks. So
one time, really?
Funny pictures. Yeah, I went in the ocean off Oxnard in California, and then the next week there were all these articles about how there were like 1 million great whites there, and but no, I'm good. No more sharks.
I did mention today I did a recording with Woody and Bacon Bits, and I mentioned that when we were starting Edge Files, one of the things that I suggested as a mascot was a ghost shark. Of wearing a sheet, and you told me that it creeped you out, and I was like, really?
Spooky sharks. They're very spooky.
Yes. It stinks, Andy. I'm sorry. It's not working.
Sorry, I'm ruining the show. But
You are absolutely not.
Let's
We're
see,
having fun and talking.
You're
and I
fine.
need to talk about puzzles. Let me find more puzzles. What's this? I don't even know what this is. Ooh, triangle cubes.
My name is
I find it pretty funny that these were all nearby, like an arm's reach for you.
I've been working through all the puzzles. There's one of the really cool ones that I got is like it's like a number grid, but it's a calendar. And so every day you have to, you know, like the puzzles where you have I can't even think of what they're called. But you have like little pieces and you have to fit them onto a little play area, and they only fit in certain configurations. This one is a calendar, so you want to leave the blank fields as whatever. I'm doing a horrible job of describing that. This appears to just be little building block things that I can put together in some way.
In triangles?
In triangles. I don't want to break them. That's the challenge with all of these sorts of puzzles, is that I will never know the solutions, and you don't want to. Most of them are 3D printed, so I don't want to, like, you know, ruin them with my strength, and no fear of sharks.
DJ Electrify in the chat says, I've been in the ocean hundreds and hundreds of times and never even seen a shark. And then
Lucky.
Pencil Neck said, at DJ Electrify, but the sharks have seen you.
Those jerks. Sharks are spooky.
I will
They're
admit,
really scary.
you know, it's funny. I guess, you know, I never grew up like near water, so I never was really scared of them. But what is really creepy to me is anytime I do watch any kind of nature documentary and they close in on a great white shark's eyes, the eyes really do creep me out.
So it's how they swim for
Playing
me.
is easy. Just go places.
Oh,
you hearing that?
That seems to be
Yeah.
working.
All right.
Do challenges, and earn points. You'll discover cool new spots, share where you are and what you're up to with your friends on Facebook and Twitter, and unlock awesome real-world rewards, like free coffee at your favorite cafe or half off of your meal. Let's see how it works. When you load up the scavenger app, it'll show you places nearby. I'm here at Boca Grande, so I'm going to select that. At each place, there are things to do called challenges. Challenges are quick, fun things to do, kind of like a check-in, but they go way beyond just hitting a button. You'll see that the first thing you can do at each place is check-in, and Scavenger makes sharing these check-ins out to Facebook and Twitter really, really easy. But beyond the check-in, there are tons of other things you can do. Things like the social check-in, where you bump phones with your friends and get 2 points times the number
So
of
it's
people
just
you do
creating
with,
games?
or snapping a picture, or any of these other challenges that people who've been here have created for us to do.
It's
There's
like
this
a
fun one here called Tinfoil
scavenger
Burning,
hunt.
So I'm going to select
Interesting.
that. This challenge is going to ask me for 4 points to carefully unwrap the tinfoil from my burrito, fold it up into an origami sculpture, and snap a picture of my creation for 4 points. So I could do that, earn a couple of points, and also see what everyone else who's been here has been up to. You can see that I've checked in, but also all the other fun challenges that people have been doing here at Boca Grande.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny, but then I thought that this
Where to get.
was
So I'm
maybe
going to go back to the challenges
a bad
tab,
idea.
and maybe I've come back here on a different day, or I just want to do slightly more things here at Boca Grande, and I'm just going to click on Say Something. Here's an easy challenge to do.
Cock.
Try to be delicious.
You nailed it. I was like, I could just say whatever I want on here.
It got out of hand really quickly.
Yeah. Meet me in the bathroom. What are you doing, scavenger? You've just created a gay hookup app.
So this is basically just like the geocaching stuff, right?
Yeah. This is more geocaching than anything else. But
Yeah, I know that one of these scavenger hunts, I'm not sure if it's the same one, but I know there was a big story about, there was a group of kids doing it where they were doing like this geocaching style scavenger hunt. They found a suitcase at the location that they were supposed to be at, and then they opened it because they thought that that was supposed to be something, but it was a dead body.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it had been somebody who had been missing for a really long time. I can't remember all of the
shit.
details of it, but it was a really crazy story.
that's
Yikes.
well, that
But
makes
what a
for a
story.
memorable. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works. So that company, Scavenger, was hired to do a promotional campaign for the reboot of Dexter. And they came up with this. Do you remember that commercial for the To Catch a Killer thing where you got the clues in the mail and then you were trying to like solve a mystery?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. It seems like a version of that. They kind of combined their business model with that game, and it was something like this.
Welcome to Serial Hunches.
Be ready for your fifth therapy session.
Must have been fate for us to meet.
I know you guys have had a lot of questions. Finding serial killers.
Struggle all you want. The only thing that's gonna move is my finger. This bullet.
Crowdsourced crimes. I am not afraid of you, Infinity.
You were the logical next step.
It's becoming personal.
You feel that the end is near?
Go hunt.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
No, me either.
And that was more of, I guess, they launched it at Comic-Con, and it was actually more popular than the show. People were way into the game, and you could get to the end, and then you could pick whether or not the Infinity Killer killed the leader of that character that we saw, the serial huntress cop, or the cop killed the killer. And in the end, the good guys won. But the people playing the game got to vote about how it would turn out, and people loved the game, and nobody watched the show. So I thought that was kind of fun.
I didn't watch the show. Hey, by the way, you got a couple of super tips here.
Let's catch up on that. We got bacon, right? We saw that one.
Yeah, and you got
okay.
Sharks. There's parties happening outside of me, so I keep hearing music.
Woody in the house. Luigi, you want to read?
Is it called the cuckoo's egg? I do not know what he was referring to, though.
I know.
Thank you for the $2.
And my girl Donna G showed up for Memorial Day.
Donna G, thank you for the $19.99. Hello, all. Hope everyone enjoyed the long weekend and took a moment to honor those who sacrificed all. Yes, by drinking and eating meat. That's how we do it here. Bacon Bits. Thank you. Oh, gifted 1 Luigi Greenberg membership. Thank you.
Hey, what a guy. And David also. Got David. Bacon Bits membership. Thank you, Bacon Bits. All right. I am...
I'm stupid. I was so zoned in on all my toys. The thing that Woody said is the name of the Cliff Stoll book.
Oh.
That I was talking about. Yes.
Okay, so that's all setting the table for this is really the main story, which is Cicada 3301. I think, Kaylee, you said you were maybe aware of this?
Yes.
Yes? And Luigi, have you ever heard of it?
I have heard of it. I do not know the details, but I do know it as a internet legend.
Yeah. So anybody that doesn't know, basically everything that we've been talking about leading up to this, Cicada 3301 was something that appeared on 4chan and has gone on to be maybe the most complicated geocaching / alternate reality puzzle game. It is pretty much, not to spoil the ending, but it's basically unsolved. Some people have claimed to have solved it, and we'll get to that, but we're going to see how deep and convoluted this went, because a lot of people believed that it was either a private entity or a government entity trying to find people that were the best code breakers. And this is the story
exploit that. I want to. My experience or my first knowledge of Cicada 3301, actually, it started out because I got into a thing that was called Not Prawn, which was also very similar. It was like an incredibly, incredibly difficult web-based puzzle game that was, again, about like riddles, and you had to know a lot about computer coding and source code and all of these different things. And that came out much earlier than Cicada 3301. I want to say Not Prawn was maybe like 2003, 2004, someplace in that era. So it was much more challenging because people didn't know what we now know about like URLs and coding. Nobody was even, really using HTML on MySpace at the point that Not Prawn came out. So this was really, it was a game that was for the ultimate computer nerds, and Cicada 3301 seemed to be very much the predecessor to that.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna see some of the challenges here, and a lot of us dolts in the pores are gonna be like, I would never even think to fucking do this. So I don't know who this is for, but it's pretty impressive if you were able to do this.
Yeah, I think there's a special kind of mind that needed to do this, and I do not possess that mind.
It's called severe autism.
In January 2012, a user on 4chan posted this image to the site's infamous B or random board. The anonymous author, who went by the 4-digit pseudonym 3301, challenged users to uncover a message hidden within the image. Unbeknownst to those who stumbled across it, someone had just set in motion one of the most elaborate scavenger hunts the internet has ever seen. Within minutes of the image being posted, someone discovered that by opening the file using a text editor, an appended string of readable text could be found. The string contained a cipher that, once deciphered, formed a link to yet another image. At first, this appeared to be a dead end, but using an application known as OutGuess, users were able to extract hidden information embedded within the first image. The extracted information led to a subreddit, which in turn contained information about the book. The book, along with a code, could then be used to uncover a phone number that, when called, played this pre-recorded message.
Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh my God, this is like Da Vinci Code or National Treasure.
Yeah. You have to go and steal the Declaration of Independence to move on to, which isn't far off from what the next phase of this challenge is. So that was really what was so
one clue.
Yeah. So what was so impressive to me is that it's multimedia. So now you're looking at this image, you're putting it in, you're deciphering an image and finding a hidden code within it, and you're calling some phone number, and Stephen Hawking is, I'm a robot, do what I say, telling you to fucking now go on to take it out into the real world, which is reminded me of, I don't know, did everybody read Ready Player One? When
yes. Yeah.
Largely online, but the way that he has to really beat the enemies and like complete the challenges to unplug and go out into the real world. So it reminded me of that to a certain degree.
Before long, rumors began to circulate that this could be the work of some secret society or intelligence agency with the intent of recruiting individuals proficient in cryptography, steganography, and other related fields. The 2 missing numbers mentioned in the recording proved to be the dimensions of the original image. After multiplying the width and height with 3301 and using the product as a web address,
who the fuck would think to do that? The dimensions of the image times the name of the person that created it.
Wow.
And then you come. How long would it take? I mean, I would never do that. I would never solve this ever. So
when I think of prime numbers, I think of like 3 and 7. That's it. I don't go this high.
You guys need to come to my math conventions with me.
You wouldn't think to do this, though.
I wouldn't think to do. No. I was the dumbest person at the math convention, far and away. But getting to hear how people's brains work when they do work on things like this is really interesting. And there's a lot of really big prime number nerds. That being said, Andy, I think you're exactly correct that one of the things that's really so incredibly unique about this particular game or whatever is that it is multimedia. So it's not just I need to have a huge knowledge of prime numbers and I need to be able to mess with prime numbers a whole bunch. But in addition to that, I need to be able to look at real world GPS coordinates and I need to know about obscure literature and you know, all of these different crazy things. So this is a really, really vast knowledge base.
Yeah.
Users were taken to a website. The website consisted of a countdown as well as an image of a cicada. When the countdown reached 0, the page was updated with a list of coordinates. The coordinates pointed to locations around the globe, 14 locations in 5 different countries. It was now up to participants living near the specified coordinates to rise from their comfortable armchairs and venture outside.
No.
Yeah. This is where a lot of this would be a non-starter for so many nerds. You mean I have to leave my basement?
I just want to play with prime numbers.
Yeah, right. I can't fit out of my door, so I guess I'm not going to work for the CIA.
At each location was a poster with a cicada symbol and a QR code.
On the bike shelter over here. See, I got it right there. Oh. You can see the corners. I was excited. I just kind of ripped it off.
The codes linked to an image, the image contained a riddle, the riddle led to a book, and the book led to a website.
I'm out. I could never do this. This is too much.
Yeah. So now you either have to figure out how to get somebody to go to this location in Paris that you've discovered and get that QR code for you, or you have to go there yourself and then go read this cryptic text, go to the library and know the Dewey Decimal System. That's hard enough for me. But all these things are being combined into one, the ultimate code breaking challenge.
And let me ask you this question real quick. So you said earlier that the belief is that it was trying to recruit code breakers, whatever, but who actually promoted this? Where did this come from? Do we know any of that? Who is the mastermind behind this?
It was all in not a Reddit. It was on out of 4chan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one of the most popular theories about who created it is the NSA and other intelligence agencies.
I'm just saying it's not known exactly.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either a group that's akin to Anonymous or the NSA or another intelligence agency. Those are the most popular theories. Correct, Flex, the CIA.
Woody from Syracuse says the code is be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Nailed it.
I'm boned.
The puzzle took an unexpected turn. Only a select group of first arrivals to this website were accepted into the final stage of the puzzle. The site eventually closed down with the message, "We want the best, not the followers." The finalists were also warned not to collaborate with others nor to share the details of this private stage of the puzzle. Well, given that we know this, it's safe to say that not everyone heeded that warning. But those who did presumably advanced through the final stages before reaching the very end of the puzzle.
Yeah, so it goes on to have people are surprisingly solving this. And they get to a point where they're putting up messages that they have recruited enough candidates and it kind of goes dormant, or there's other versions where it's dormant, nobody's solving it for years. That's the other thing that reminded me of Ready Player One. It's years go by where nobody solves any of the clues and then eventually somebody does.
The answer is 7.
Yeah, right. Hey, making bits. Unless there's a Rickroll at the end, not worth it.
That would be great. An image appeared on the subreddit announcing the conclusion of the puzzle, and just like that, the hunt was over. Cicada had supposedly found the highly intelligent individuals they were looking for, and whatever happened to them is a bit of a mystery, but more on that in a moment. Questions raised by the original image remained unanswered. What was the puzzle for? Who was behind it? What happens when you reach the end?
And some time goes by, and there's an authenticity code built into a lot of the images that allow people that are savvy enough to play the game or whatever, accept the challenge. There's an authenticity code so that you know it's actually Cicada 3301 issuing this challenge. Because I guess there was maybe imitators or something like that. So a lot of time goes by, suddenly Cicada's back, and there is a new challenge issued, even though there's not really an answer to what the meaning of the first one was, but we're off to the races again with another puzzle here.
It sounds like there'd be too much work just to imitate or troll these people. Like,
yeah,
that sounds like you'd have to be too smart and way too much effort just to get in to fuck with people on this. But just me,
yeah. But this seems to be just kind of more of the same. I think I did a 1.25 speed, so you're gonna notice because it got a little redundant that I'm speedrunning the second round.
After a year of lackluster imitations, this image finally matched the official PGP signature. Cicada was back, and it was time for round 2. The second puzzle was not too dissimilar from the first.
The image enclosed a message, the message led to a book, the book produced a link, and gradually the puzzle unfolded. At one point, a recording titled The Instar Emergence was uncovered.
So now fucking music numbers are part of the code. Who knows how that fits into the puzzle?
And still no one knows what the prize is at the end. Like it's like Highlander. You're cutting people's heads off for what they call a prize, and you don't really know what the prize is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now the clue led to a cryptic Twitter account, which then led to an image. The image proved vital to the progression of the puzzle, but the inclusion of this runic alphabet would remain a mystery for quite some time. Much like the first puzzle, the second swelled into the physical world when a list of coordinates compelled participants to once again take to the streets in search of enigmatic posters. This time it was 8 locations in 4 different countries. But eventually the trail went cold once again. Another select group of first arrivals had been accepted into a final private stage of the puzzle. Unlike the first puzzle, the second did not conclude with an official message from Cicada. The trail merely went cold, and Cicada vanished once more, leaving us no closer to an explanation.
That's so annoying to me. That there's no.
You need a conclusion.
Yeah, it's just blue balls. I don't love that about this. Like the unanswered nature of. I mean, I guess the people that solve it are the ones that get a satisfying ending to it, but for everybody else, it's just like what the fuck. I mean, I don't even know how to run my own fucking podcasting studio. You think I'm cracking a fucking musical code and library books and posters and Istanbul? What the fuck's going on?
I'm just going to say, Not Prawn, I think is still available, and that is made by a human, and it's still really fun and challenging. And you should play that.
Yeah, I really wanted to find something that was like an alternate reality game that we could play on the show. And I looked at a couple of things. I found them all corny, so I didn't find it. But maybe that Not Prawn thing might be something that we can play in the future.
When I see stuff like this, I always just think to myself, who has the fucking time to invest into this? Who? I don't know a single person who would have the time to do this nonsense.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those people that's running multiple uploads and downloads on 3 different computers, and while they're waiting for shit to render, they're playing this. But hey, look who it is. Tony Baloney. Did someone say Highlander? Yeah, the movie that was reviewed on Hack the Movies last week. Yes, indeed we did.
I actually got my wife to watch Highlander like a couple of weeks ago. She was not as thrilled about it as I was.
And old Kunzer 3301. Oh, it's Cicada. No, I'm just kidding. 3427. Celebrate 7 months of membership. Thank you, Don. And
he said, is this about that Spider-Verse crap?
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. Thank you. But if round 1 and round 2 weren't enough, there's yet another third puzzle coming your way. And I should have sped it up even faster because it's
at the beginning
similar.
of 2014, it was time for round 3. Once again, the image enclosed a message, the message led to a book, the book produced a link, and suffice it to say, it was more of the same. Except this time, the puzzle seemed to revolve around a strange book. The book was titled Liber Primus, meaning first book in Latin.
And
my name is Mud. Liber Primus. Written by Les Claypool as Cicada 3301.
Oh my God! Now that'd be worth it.
Yeah,
and he gives you a free bass lesson once you crack the code.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You solve it and you get tickets to the next concert, the next Primus show.
Cicada. The runic alphabet uncovered in 2013 finally made sense, as the book was primarily written in runes. Even so, the meaning of the translated pages were cryptic at best. The book consisted of various philosophical and ideological ideas and appeared to be their manifesto. Many have since compared the strange writings to that of a cult. Nevertheless, the book also...
So it's just like a comic book that Jeff Mose created? He just wrote his own book, and this is a way to get people to read it? Hey, Jeff, what's up?
It looks self-published.
Yeah. I made this code. I just wanted people to know that I did it. That's the whole point of this.
Comprised a myriad of clues and codes. For example, this page advised participants to seek out a website on the deep web, but the site remains undiscovered. Another page led to a website containing yet another recording titled Interconnectedness.
Now it's Cicada's mixtape is back.
However, a significant portion of the book has yet to be translated. The runic text on some of the pages appear to be obfuscated by layers of encryption that has yet to be decrypted. Of the 74 pages featuring runes, only 19 have been successfully translated.
19 out of 72.
Tony said I should divorce my wife.
Yes.
Listen, if you start playing Cicada, I'm sure that will happen. It'll be good.
But maybe it's a Zodiac thing. If only 19 out of 72 are these deciphered, then maybe you fucked up, Cicada, and people can't solve it because of your mistake. We just saw that. And this is what I was talking about. Now, 4 years go by with nobody being able to solve the third puzzle.
As 2015 came and went without the launch of a new puzzle, many came to suspect the Liber Primus had to be completed if Cicada was to return. This was more or less confirmed at the beginning of 2016, when Cicada encouraged a re-examination of the book. More than 4 years have now gone by with minimal progress and near complete silence from Cicada. Questions raised by the original image have gone ignored. What is the purpose of these puzzles? Who's behind them? What happens when you reach the end?
So who cares if they fucking return? You're not going to get any answers anyway.
And if you're not telling people what the prize is, what's the motivation to keep going?
Yeah.
Because you want to find out what the prize is. That's the motivation. You want to be one of the elitists. This is the type of thing. The idea is you get to be one of the people. It's not even the bragging rights. It's the I did it. It's okay. So I do a lot of crossword puzzles, and I do most specifically what are called cryptic crossword puzzles, which they have 2 sets of portions to their clue. So you get both a clue to the letters that is going to give you the word answer and also a clue to the definition of the word. And they're really complicated and really interesting, and they take me an extremely long time to complete. But when I finish it, I'm like, yay, this is the best thing I've ever done. It's so gosh darn cool. Wowee. You want to be able to do that. It's a cool
humble
thing to
brag.
be able to... Yeah,
well,
I know.
I can do the Sudoku with the letters in it, so...
Whoa.
So there.
Yeah, I don't do anything math-related. Y'all are all smarter than me.
Luigi's just making fart noises as a cartoon. I made a song that it's a "Wake Me Up Before You Go as farts." That's what Luigi's up to.
Okay, you're giving me ideas.
Wake me up before you go to the bathroom. Yes, we did it.
So this is just like essentially, I'm gonna say it, a fart in the wind. Like it just went disappeared. Nobody's doing anything.
Only to everybody that's not the three people that figured it out. And I don't know. I mean, it's like that Now You See Me movie where it's just like, oh, you're such a good magician that we enlisted you into the CIA. Oh, okay. You're so autistic that
I fucking hated that movie so much.
I know, it's so dumb. But it's just like, if you're autistic enough, then the CIA can exploit you. Congratulations.
If you're a good enough magician, welcome to the CIA. That essentially was the plot of the movie.
I know. It's fucking dumb.
It's so stupid. It's the worst fucking movie. I could talk for hours about how much I hate that fucking stupid movie.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's your favorite.
I could talk. I hate that movie worse than Kaylee hates sharks.
Yeah.
Worse.
All right. Worse than you hate The Bride.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
I still need to watch The Bride
only
because,
no, you don't.
Only because Kaylee hated it so much. I have to see what like created such a tempestuous hate. I'm curious.
Right. Okay, so then how is this all gonna wrap up, or where did we leave off? And
blue balls. It sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
When the initial image appeared on 4chan back in 2012, many assumed Cicada 3301 to be an alternate reality game designed by a corporation to promote a new service or product. For example, Microsoft developed an elaborate ARG back in 2001 to promote the film Artificial Intelligence, and a similar viral marketing campaign was used to promote the release of Halo 2.
So that's similar to the Dexter thing that I referenced at the top of the show.
But the release of subsequent puzzles and the complete lack of commercialization has more or less eliminated that possibility. If we choose to believe some of the leaked information from the private end stage of each puzzle, then we do gain some insight into who this group might be. For example, at the end of the first puzzle, finalists supposedly received this email. In it, Cicada described themselves as an international group who believe that privacy is an inalienable right. The aim of each puzzle is to recruit like-minded individuals in an effort to develop privacy-conscious solutions. The email then concludes with 3 questions. Regardless of its legitimacy, I find this question a bit odd. It reads, "Do you believe that information should be free?" Assuming the expected answer is yes, then the very first sentence, "Do not share this information," seems a bit hypocritical.
Yeah, so at the end, it becomes a moral, dilemma. And you have to... I don't know if there is a right answer. I guess there is a right answer, but it seems counterintuitive to say that all information should be free, but don't tell anybody about this. So.
The prize is questions? Yay.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
The prize is answers. It's questions for the rest of us adults.
The journey. The journey is the prize.
The friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
We made along the way, exactly. Actually, on that note, I hate to do this because I'm so excited for this topic, but I am going to have to go boogie on out of here for the night. I can't wait to watch the rest of this episode to find out the end of it, and I'm so excited that Edge Files is back. So,
yeah. Well, you have fun with Quad Father. Everybody, go check out BYB after this.
Yeah.
Go like and subscribe to Once Over with Kaylee.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
And this is the guy, one of the people that claims to have solved it. They reference one gentleman, and then the person that created this video was interviewing this Docs Populi guy who obviously, with a name like that, he's got to be smarter than everybody else, right?
I bet he's the size of a house. Hey, you want to get rid of her speaker? You get rid of her speaker box?
If I can, I don't know how.
At the bottom, just say remove.
Remove from scene. There we go.
There you go.
Thought I did that. Jeez. Guys, all of the mistakes that I've made during this episode are a secret code to a hidden treasure. So
can you figure out the solution?
Yeah. It's all going to make sense at the end.
Nox Populi himself claims to be a winner of the second puzzle.
Yeah, Jeff, even Kaylee appearing on BYB can't get me to watch it, right? She's going to go have an argument that she's already had with a bunch of people that hate all her friends. Great show.
So I reached out to him, and this is some of what he had to say. After completing the final stages of the second puzzle, Nox Populi received an invitation to join Cicada 3301. However, he was not invited to a website, but was instead merely told to be patient. Then, around May of 2013,
So even the people that solved it, they're like, just hang out. Don't call us, we'll call you. Is what you get for solving it. What the fuck?
Why is everything a code? Why can't you just tell somebody, hey, Frank, thanks for trying. Hey, here's our number. Maybe we'll set up an appointment. Maybe we'll do it on a Monday. But the last thing I want to be told is, congratulations. Now sit around and wait for our call.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Congratulations, but your princess is in another castle. Yeah. That's a better fucking ending.
Wow. Thanks. All this effort and time I wasted on your stupid little contest. Jesus.
Hey, Electra.
Andy is so real.
with Cicada abruptly ceased. This was around the same time as when the website...
I wish she was still here for that. Kaylee sounds like Selma Bouvier. That's a good one. I like that.
She loved
dedicated to the winners of the first puzzle was suddenly taken down. Nox Populi later contacted other winners of the second puzzle to compare notes, and their experiences were identical. In regards to who or what Cicada is, Nox Populi believes they could be a remnant of the cypherpunk movement of the late 80s and 90s. Essentially a small group of activists advocating widespread use of strong cryptography and privacy-enhancing technologies. But
fans of Blade Runner. That's all they're saying. It was fans of Blade Runner who put this whole thing together to waste everyone's fucking time.
Yeah. Have you read Moby Dick? Neither have I. Let's start a club. And
but I saw Blade Runner.
I haven't seen Blade Runner in years. I did not see the follow-up though. Is that any good? Did you see it?
It did not make any sense to me as a fan of the original Blade Runner. I have known lots of people who said they loved it, but I thought they completely changed up in a gaslighting way the original Blade Runner, where I was like, this doesn't fall in line with the rules created with the original Blade Runner. It was visually impactful, it's visually stunning, but I wanted story, and the story wasn't there.
Oh, now you're talking my language. Bruce Campbell in the house. Briscoe County.
I'm gonna play something here for Woody and Bacon Bits. I feel like it also does fit this story. These are the people who were creating this whole thing and just toying with all these people who were wasting their time.
All right, let's see how this wraps up, at least for the guy that created this video. Thanks to that guy.
I'll bet it wraps up with a bow.
Oh, yeah. I bet all your questions are going to get answered.
All your questions are going to get answered. I'll bet. Yeah.
I personally think a loose-knit group of privacy-minded hobby cryptographers to be the most plausible explanation. Cicada made their last public statement in April of 2017, merely warning against disinformation. But the current status of the third puzzle...
It didn't work. I got news for you. Fucking Grok is making everybody dumber. You're not helping.
Can I point out something just real quick? I forget who it was. It was Pencilneck that pointed out Briscoe County Jr. and he confused cyberpunk with steampunk. He says, "Oh, never mind. That was steampunk." That just tickled me. That tickled me good.
I prefer steampunk to cyberpunk, just personally.
Possibility of a fourth remains clouded in mystery.
All right. So
we know nothing.
Yeah, we learned nothing except that Pokemon Go will get you killed, and the Zodiac Killer wasn't as smart as everybody thought he was, and Dexter ARG game was better than the series. So,
and Cyberpunk is not steampunk.
And Andy doesn't know how to run his own show. You know, I spent a lot of time. I built out a lot of pro scenes, and not to fucking tell everybody how the sausage is made, but I thought I was doing something useful for the show, it turns out I was trying too hard. I guess.
I'm going to tell you what I think your problem was. We can talk about it backstage, but I think I know what might have gone wrong for you.
Yeah. Whatever. It's Memorial Day weekend, everybody. You give me have a beer and a hot dog and cut me some fucking slack. But 54 people in the chat. Thank you for hanging out and watching live. And why not hit the like button on Luigi's channel over there? Skeptical Robot, Papa Electro, and Unboxing Eric, all the things. Do you have anything else you want to plug, Luigi? What's coming up?
All Apologies podcast.
Yeah. Let's do each other's
That's what I want to plug. Yes. Yeah. Sundays. You change your time. What's the new time? Is it 1?
Yeah, I bounce it around. The best thing you could please do would be to hit that notification bell. So, because sometimes I like to either go, because Nelly is from the UK and I have to have her in the mix. Sometimes I'll go on before Blind Mike at 9 a.m., but other times I'll do it at 1 p.m. after Blind Mike, depending on, our guests and whatever. So, yeah, just hit the notification bell, and especially for All In on the Dabbleverse, the poker game. I am doing it we do this show every other Monday, and the Mondays that we don't do Edge Files, I'll be doing the poker stream. So then I'm only podcasting 1 day a week, and I can have a life for the rest of the week. But I have a bunch of guests lined up for next Monday. Probably do that around 7:30, and we're having a lot of fun playing cards. And I think the infamous Liam McEnany might be in the game next week. And I got a couple other people in the chat that are interested. Everybody that plays is having a lot of fun, and I figured out how to do you could see everybody's cards after the fact when I re-upload it.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's way more interesting to watch. But it's fun to be in the chat and ask questions and super tip. So, she's back. What happened?
I'm back. I'm bad at time. So I'm
They
back.
kicked you out.
You're not bad at time. I looked at BYB. It said 8 o'clock.
I'm stupid. I'm going on at 8:30.
Oh, well.
Okay, well,
I
then
take back
recap
everything
the
I
whole
said
thing
about
for
you.
We can recap the whole thing for you, and guess what happened?
You got rickrolled. Damn it.
Yes, there was a Rickroll.
It all ended like this.
No, this guy Nox Populi said that he solved it, and he reached out to other people that solved it, and they were just told to stand by, like Proud Boys from Donald Trump. They're like, just hang out. Don't call us. We'll call you. And everybody just kind of had the same story. They probably got a participation ribbon after the fact offline that nobody really knows
for
about.
Everybody.
Exactly. So very unsatisfying is what I'll say about Cicada 3301. Nobody likes a fucking tease. Cicada 3301.
Fuck. I gotta reevaluate my whole life.
Yeah. This was all a parable for you.
Yes.
But what was the other one you were saying? The one that the prawn?
Not prawn. It's not PRON, and it's super fun. Again, I think that it still exists. I think you can still go play it. You have to have a fair amount of coding knowledge, but again, that was coding knowledge from like the early 2000s, so it's probably a little bit easier to do now. And I am positive that solutions to that are online now. So if you get frustrated, you can surely figure it out.
I think it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, when I was putting together this show and I was doing all this research about these types of games, I tried to do a a virtual escape room type of game with some house guests, and we just kept going and hitting the hint thing in every room. It's like, we don't know what to do. And it was always go into your inventory and pull out your UV flashlight and look around. Or it kept having to, there was no way that you would think, remember in Big when he's playing that game with the ice wizard, that OG, beyond like pre 8-bit Nintendo. It was a game like that, and super frustrating and annoying.
Now I just want to go play the piano. Come on.
Yeah, you're better off. Yeah. So, and Dame Taft movie show just showed up at the bitter end.
Hello.
But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks Kaylee for coming back.
I'm sorry that I missed the exciting conclusion of nothing.
Yeah.
I have a question for you real quick, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Now that Dame Taft is here, Dame Taft asked me to go on the show, and I suggested a movie that I had actually never seen. I was just like, oh, hey, I heard this is a good movie, and I'm curious if you've seen it. Have you ever seen the movie Possession from 1981?
I have.
Okay.
I reviewed it. I
Oh, you
reviewed it
have?
with the Vern from Cinema Recall, actually.
Interesting. I've heard it's an interesting movie. I've never seen it, and I suggested it, and I was like, I've heard this is an interesting movie. So Dame Taft actually went and watched it before I did, and he said, this is the most disturbing movie I've ever seen.
It's really fucked up.
And I now have to watch it. Yeah.
There's one very famous scene that I won't spoil for you, but it is an incredibly, incredibly intense scene.
I've heard the urban legends of the scenes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It is. I love that movie. It's absolutely incredible.
Well, I'm going to be going on Dame Taft's show to talk about it after I watch it, because I haven't watched it yet.
I think you're going to like it a lot. I think that's going to be right up your alley.
I think so too, from what I've heard about it. Have you ever heard of this movie, Trucker Andy?
I think I watched Kaylee's review of it.
Oh, okay.
I think you would like that one a lot too.
And I'll send you a copy if you want, because that's how I got an electronic copy, because it's actually pretty hard to find. But the concept of the movie is not even easy to describe.
Yes.
It's hard to even talk about because it's so weird. Yeah.
It has a little bit. This is not a perfect comparison, but have you seen The Sentinel? With What's Her Nuts doing Full Frontal?
Be more specific. If she has nuts, probably not.
Yeah. Abba Riza? Yeah. Okay, The Sentinel. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
No, the original one. It's called The Sentinel, right? Yeah, 1977. What is her name that does the... Did she not? Did I imagine somebody? Oh, no, Beverly D'Angelo does Full Frontal in that movie.
Beverly D'Angelo. Didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah, that movie, it's kind of a similar vibe, very different, but that's also a good one. You should totally watch that.
Cool.
You knew how to sell it.
Yeah.
Andy watched one of my other favorite movies that I always sell with full frontal nudity, which is The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover, which of course has the most banging body Helen Mirren full frontal. Good God, just watch that movie for that. But also, it's an awesome movie.
Helen Mirren is still sexy today. I'll say it. I don't mind saying it. Still sexy.
And let me tell you, 1995 Helen Mirren, fucking amazing. Amazing.
And that title of that movie tells you nothing, and all I can say is that it goes in a wild direction at the end that you're not going to see coming. So,
or will you?
But you do see Helen Mirren coming.
It's true.
So check that out. And I also watch Pieces based on Kaylee's recommendations. I watch Pieces as well. But yeah, so now that our Unsolved Mystery show has turned into a movie review show, I want to thank everybody for checking this out. I want to thank Kaylee and Luigi for checking this out. So until the next episode of The Edge Files, remember the sign off, Kaylee?
Keep edging.
We did it.